everyone, hope you are good and be happy always. Once again, welcome to Shachi's Academy, and today we'll start chapter 5 for class 12 CBSE of Indian Economic Development. See, without human beings, nothing can function. So today we'll study the importance of human resource. We'll discuss chapter 5 in two parts. This is part 1 of your chapter. So, what are the highlights of this chapter? Human resource, human capital, physical capital and human capital formation. We'll study about all of them. Sources of human capital, problems in human capital formation in India, importance of education in human capital formation and challenges for education. All these problems are attached to your human capital, that is human resource of your nation. What is human resource? All the people who are in their working age, that means who can work, who can function well and work in different factories as different professionals also and as self-employed people. So we'll study about human beings of our nation, that is India, and how they help in our economic development and what are the problems attached to them. Okay, so what is human capital formation here? We will study some of the terms attached with that is human resource. Human resource refers to abilities, that is skills and expertise of people that they have, of human beings to contribute to the process of value addition in economy. That means here we have two important terms, that is human resource. Human resource here specifically does not refer to only a human being, a person, but it refers to skills and abilities which are required by a person through training or experience, etc. and education, and his contribution in the process of value addition. What is value addition? See, you have a cloth, when you stitch shirt out of that is value addition. You have added value to that, you have made a shirt out of cloth and now you can sell that shirt at higher price because price of cloth is lower than the price of shirt. Similarly, when you make flour with wheat, that is value addition. When you make bread with that wheat flour, that is your value addition. So value addition means improving upon something and selling it at high price. That is value addition basically. Okay, then human capital. What is that? Human capital refers to the stock or expertise of a nation at a point of time. Here it is the sum total of skill and expertise of engineers, doctors, professors and workers of all types who are engaged or have the capacity and expertise to be engaged in the process of value addition. See, people who have skill, who have expertise like professors, doctors, engineers and other workers who work in their best of their capacity and add value to the process of production. That is your human capital basically. It not necessarily means that only any person can be there, but a person who has skill or expertise to do any work or add value to any product, that is your human capital. Okay, then we have now human capital formation. It is the process of adding to the stock of human capital. It happens when more trained professionals are added to the existing stock. For example, every year in India, there are many colleges who give out or who produce engineers, doctors, professors. Okay, there are many and number of institutes in India. So that is adding to the stock of capital, human capital. That is continuously they are churning out new engineers, new doctors and new professionals, new workers every year. So human capital of India is increasing day by day. That is your human capital formation. That is adding to the stock. Stock means what is the exact number or what is the number of human capital at particular point of time. Take for example, in 2023, if we have 10 lakh professionals in India, but in next year, we will have 11 lakh professionals. That means 1 lakh professionals has been added. That is human capital formation. Simple. Then, human capital is a stock concept and human capital formation is a flow concept. Why? Human capital means number of professionals or number of people, workforce that can work efficiently with the skills. That is, what is that number at any particular point of time? Just now I explained, in the month of August, if we have 10 lakh professionals in India, that is human capital. Okay, we have a stock. We have certain amount of that, certain number, exact number. But what is human capital formation? That is continuously going on. Every month there are new professionals. Every day there are some of the workers who get trained and who get added to that human capital. Okay, that is your human capital formation and it is a flow concept. It keeps on going, it keeps on coming in. So that is flow concept. Done. Explanation of terms here. Human capital is a means to an end. Means why? Because human capital here is understood as a resource to add value, to do any work. So here human capital is not only a men or women, but they are capital who can add value, who can produce something. Okay, that means it is used to complete some task, some work, or some other type of accomplishments. Then it is a means in the process of value addition in the economy. It is used as a means. That means it is used as a resource like other resources or other sources of production, factors of production. Then human development, on the other hand, is an end result. Human development. See, when people get educated, when people get training and experience, their development occurs, and that is human development. And what is that? It is end result. When you get education, when you get training, when you get experience through your on-job trainings, etc., you become efficient, you become better to add value to the any production. That is your end. That means you have become developed, and that is human development. Skill and expertise of human beings in itself is an achievement. See, when you get educated, when you acquire some skill, that is your expertise and that is your achievement. See, if I am a professor, I gain PhD degree, I gain MBA, I gain MA economics, so that is my achievement. I have achieved that in my life. That's why it is achievement. If you pass your 12th, that is your achievement. That means expertise and skills are what? They are achievements in your life, irrespective of its contribution in the process of value addition. You may add any value or not, but that is your achievement. See, if you have done your 12th, that is your achievement. You may not go for any job, you may not add value to anything, but still it is your achievement. Okay, it is end result in itself. Briefly, as a means to an end, human capital is linked with value addition. So it's linked to value addition. Then add as an end result itself. Human development is an index of human welfare. When development of human beings occur, when they get skilled, when they get more educated and they acquire more skills and expertise, that is their human development. Development of them occurs. That means it is human development and it is the index of human welfare. Why? Because when people get educated, experienced, they get better jobs, they earn better livelihood, they earn better money and can lead better life and give better life for their family also. That means they have developed and now their welfare has occurred, has been ensured. Then, irrespective of its contribution in the process of value addition. See, they may add any value or not, but when they get educated, when they get developed, that is their human welfare. Difference between physical and human capital. Here, meaning physical capital refers to the produced means of production. I'll explain that in brief here. See, what is physical capital? There are machines and plant which you use in the process of production, like factors of production. You might have studied land, labor, capital. That capital over here is physical capital. Physical capital means all the machines which you use in your factories, the plant, that is building in which you keep those machines. These all are physical capitals. Okay, and what is human capital? Human skill, that is human skill and expertise, that is inside, that is with that human resource which you use for your doing any productive activity in your factories and firms. That is your human capital. So understood here? So physical capital refers to the produced means of production. That means what are produced means of production here? You produce machines to do something else. So that is, machines are what? Produced means. You also produce them in factories only. Machines are not born out of human beings. Okay. So machines are also produced and that is produced means of production. That is there. Human capital refers to skill and expertise acquired by men over time. So when men get educated, skilled and they get expertise and experience, that is human capital. Otherwise, man is not treated as human capital. Otherwise. Then, process of formation. The decision to invest in physical capital is taken by the owner after considering the expected rate of returns from the investment. Thus, it is an economic and technical process. Here, you can understand that human capital, capital, that is physical capital, is invested or it is used for any production by considering its rate of return. For example, if you purchase any machine for your production, you will consider what is the price of that machine and how much production will be done with the help of that machine. If the production that is expected out of that machine is lesser than its price, then you will not consider installing it in your factory. But if you can produce more of amount of that production of that price of that machine, then you will install that machine in a factory. That means you will purchase machinery only if it is profitable to you, otherwise you will not purchase. And regarding this human capital, the decision to invest in human capital is not taken after considering rate of return. Why? Because no one knows that what type of person I am, what type of educator I am, what type of teacher I am. They will consider my credentials and they will employ them. Only after employing me for 3-4 months, they will come to know that madam can teach nicely, then she can be employed further. That is the thing. And similar is the case with doctors, engineers, etc. If they do their work nicely, then company can continue their contract or their work further also. But if they do not their work, they are what? They are terminated from their jobs. And tangibility. Physical capital is tangible and it can be sold in market like any commodity. Machines can be sold in market, so it is tangible. Human beings cannot be sold. So, my skill cannot be sold in market. A doctor's skill, you can't take away doctor's skill from doctor away from him and sell it in market. So this is the skill of doctor, it will treat you, you take it at home. No, that doesn't happen. So this is the case with human capital. You can't separate their skill and expertise from them. Okay, but you can separate machines from their owners. So if I have a camera, you can take away my camera and I can rent that camera to you, but I can't rent my skill to you. A doctor can't rent his skill to anyone. So it is inseparable, and that's why it is intangible. The inseparability from owner I have just explained you. Then mobility. Mobility of physical capital across borders is restricted mainly due to trade barriers, otherwise it is completely mobile. Otherwise, in case of human capital, movement of human capital is restricted by nationality and culture. It is not perfectly mobile. Take for example, I wish I can go abroad, but I have kids, I have a home, so I can't be perfectly mobile, but I can send my machine, I can courier my camera to anywhere. I can courier any swing machine or any lights or any equipment of my YouTube channel anywhere. That means my machines are perfectly mobile, but I am not. Similarly, you are not perfectly mobile. If you are a doctor, you can think of going anywhere, but if there are not good prospects, if that nation will not pay you well, you have many considerations. And nationality also, a nation in which you are targeting to go may not give you visa, may not allow to work there. So these are all the problems which are associated with migration or mobility of a human labor. Then depreciation in machines cannot be avoided whatsoever you do. A machine you have purchased has a perfect tenure, have a perfect that means a time limit up till when it can function. Take for example, if a machine can produce up to or function up to 20 years, then per year it will depreciate 1/20th amount, or it will depreciate, it will fully become useless after 20 years or 22 years at most. But for human beings, they can be upgraded. Wow, they can be educated more degrees can be taken, more skills can be acquired, they can gain more experience. So depreciation in them can be avoided up to a certain limit. Okay.